What's going on, guys? You're in with Tech, and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald, the Egglocke run, and I'm in a bit of a pickle right now, because despite the fact that Hoenn is, like, my most played game of, well, I can't remember which one of these is Steven's house, I think it's this one. No, I was right. Despite the fact that Hoenn is my most played game, I can't remember what we're supposed to do next. I don't know if we're supposed to go to Satopolis, or if we're supposed to go to the underground cave. I have no idea which one we were supposed to go to. I want to think that it's the underground cave. I feel like that's where we're supposed to go, but I genuinely just don't know. And I feel so stupid right now because there's too much water. I blame the water in Hoenn, that it's the water's fault. But we are going to be bringing an HM slave with us who's going to be waterfall and dive. So, especially dive. And I think that's going to be... I think it's going to be Cookie. We're going to bring Cookie along with us. So, unfortunately, Mr. Krabs is going to be sitting out for a little while because we don't need two water types at the moment. And Cookie is going to be our little dive slave because I don't want to have to give dive to anybody because that would be the worst punishment. If you were to give a Pokemon dive when you have Surf available, you're like, hey, I got this awesome water type move that's superior to basically every other water type move in this game. Here's a really crappy water type move instead. That would just be really mean if someone were to do that. I would never do that to my Pokemon because I am a good person and I care for my Pokemon. So like I said, I have absolutely no idea where we're supposed to be going right now. I know we can't catch a bunch of new Pokemon though because we can catch Pokemon in the underwater area as well as like the 5 million water routes we're going to be going. We've already got one on 127 though. And I'm going to guess maybe this is where we're supposed to dive. I still have no idea where we're I have no clue. I feel so stupid that I have no idea where I'm going right now. It's like, I've played Pokemon so many times. There's probably dialogue that, like, told you, like, Hardy, you're supposed to go this way. And I completely ignored it. But we're still underwater and still no grass, so we haven't been able to catch anything yet. Oh, is this the right way? Is there an opening in front of this rock? No, there's no opening here. Okay. I have a feeling we're on the path, though. I could tell. We're going right. Oh, there is an opening. Never mind, we are going the right way. Okay. Is this where we're supposed to go? C4 Cavern. I guess we could also technically catch someone there. C4 Cavern, okay. Yeah. I figured, oh man, now I gotta get strength to somebody. I completely forgot Groudon with my strength user. Can Krabby maybe learn strength? Krabby? No. Oh, he can! He can learn strength! Dude, you are the perfect HM slave! Awesome! I love it! Ah. So, while we're going through underground cavern, or a seafloor cavern, I just don't remember what this is. Right now, I'm really just hoping this is actually where I'm supposed to be going. And I need to teach Rock Smash too. I feel so bad for Cookie the Krabby right now because he just became 100% HM slave. Like originally his only purpose was going to be dive, and now he has 4 HM moves. I'm so sorry, Krabby. I didn't mean to do this to you. I'm sure you were going to be an awesome Kingler someday, and you know, I'm sorry I like the Corphish and Groudon line more. I remember the episode in the anime when Ash was competing in like that water type tournament, or no, it was in the Pokemon League, I think, when for some reason Ash thought using a Krabby in the Indigo League was a good idea. The Pokemon he's literally never used before, and he's like, you know what, let's use this completely unexperienced Pokemon that does nothing but know how to be obsessed with cookies. I'm sure this will work well. And people wonder, well actually I don't think anybody wonders why Ash has never actually won the Elite Four before. Not the Elite Four, the Pokemon League, because Ash, spoiler alert if you haven't watched the anime before, Ash kinda sucks. I know, big shocker, huh? I'm trying to remember, I believe in the Indigo League he made it to like the top 4? Or the top 8. He ended up losing to Richie and Sparky the Pikachu, which Richie like totally took advantage of Ash. Okay, I don't actually think I can do anything from this side, so... that was my first encounter! No! No! Oh, it's just my instinct. Oh, I can't actually go over here. That's just my first instinct, is to run away from Zubats. Oh, I completely forgot that was my first encounter. I'm sorry. Zubat. You were going to be a lovely member of my team, and I didn't even give you a chance. So, trying to remember how this puzzle works. And I think if I push it over there, it's going to be stuck, and I won't be able to go that way. But oh, or I could just see through what's through this door too. I didn't even like realize there was a door there. So I already forgot what I was talking about before. Apparently it wasn't very important. Oh, I remember this part of the game. I hate this portion of the game so much because I think this way will take me up and around to the door. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I always struggle with this part of the game, but apparently this is the part I always struggle with. So I could choose to either battle the trainers or do the little rock puzzle. I think I would just battle the trainers, but the next room, if it's the room I'm thinking of, is caused me so much trouble as a kid. Like the rock puzzle coming up, I think now I know how to do it. I'll probably still have a little bit of trouble with it trying to remember because I haven't done it in like a year and a half. But when I was a kid, this is like the most difficult puzzle I'd ever done before, and it took me so many tries to try to figure it out. And I'm sure you guys at home are going to be like, Hardy, that was the easiest thing ever. You just pushed a rock here, and that one over there, and that one up, and that one down. You just take that one out, you put that one over there, you just throw that one into the ocean, take this one out to the movies, and then all of a sudden you can get through. It doesn't work like that for me. When I was not a smart kid. I think he said go bat, so I guess we'll go into bolt. I was not a smart kid, and I didn't figure this stuff out. I didn't realize that, was it go bat? It was a go bat. I wasn't good at figuring out puzzles, and it took me so long. But when I finally did, it was such a good feeling when I very first completed a rock puzzle, and that's like the first time I've ever had like such a strong feeling of satisfaction from a video game before, was when I completed like the rock puzzle in this for the first time. Because for the most part, when you're just casually playing Pokemon, you really don't have to use strategy. You can literally just be like, oh, fire is strong against grass, flamethrower, you know, just stuff a bunch of chilies down your fire type Pokemon. Or, you know, water strong against fire. That you have to use strategy. You don't have to use like strategy, like your brain kind of strategy where you think out your problems for the most part. If you're just playing casually, if you're playing competitive, it's a whole other kind of sense. But, you know, casual players don't really play competitive. You know, when I was a kid, I was a casual player, and for the most part, I'm still a casual player. I don't use a lot of strategy. As you guys know, if you've ever seen my videos, I don't exactly believe in strategy. But, it was such a cool feeling the very first time I defeated that rock puzzle, and I kind of wish I still get that feeling from video games sometimes, like when I play a game for the first time and it has, I'm trying to think of a game that I've played that has like puzzles like that where it just really makes you think, and it feels really rewarding when you beat it for the first time, and I can't really think of any right now. Maybe, I don't know. Just, I guess, any game where it has, like, a kind of puzzle that you have to try to solve. And it's really... Well, Legend of Zelda is a really, really good example of that because of all the dungeons. And, my very first Zelda game was Twilight Princess. And I played that mostly blind. I ended up getting stuck on, like, one temple. The final temple, like the Wind Temple, I ended up having to look up a guide for because I had no idea how to do it. I was just stuck on this one part. Okay, I need to focus right here. I'm going to use my awesome Hardy powers to try to get this on the very first try. Here, 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 here. Oh, I did it! Oh, I knew I was smart. Okay, and if, oh, please tell me this is what I think it is. Please be Earthquake. Earthquake! Yeah, anyways, like the very first time, anytime I play Legend of Zelda, like when I played Link Between Worlds, it's just such a good feeling when you, like, solve a puzzle and you just get that, like, satisfaction. Ooh, I better make sure I'm ready for his battle. Yeah, I should be good. As long as he doesn't lead with the Golbat, I should be fine. But it's like when you solve a dungeon and you're stuck in, like, a room of a dungeon, and then you finally figure it out and you figure out the problems, it's just so rewarding. And I love, like, that satisfaction that you get from a game. And strength puzzles do that for, like, the very first time you play a strength puzzle. In Pokemon games, like in X and Y, there wasn't that many strength puzzles in X and Y. In fact, strength overall, like, hasn't really been a huge factor since the 3rd generation games. But I remember one that stands out to me most in X and Y is the strength puzzle to get the Earthquake TM. And while that one's not super difficult, you do kind of have to use your brain a little bit. That one's, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, that one's really more of just time consuming than anything, because it takes forever to push rocks in Generation 6. And I don't know why, in Generation 5 and 6, they all of a sudden decided, like, you know, let's just make these boulders twice as big as the player. Like, when I very first played Generation 5, Black and White, I had no idea those were strength rocks. I just thought that was part of the scenery because I'd never seen them before. And they were huge, and I had no idea why they were that big. I was so used to just like the small little round rocks. All of a sudden, they're so big. I was just like, what happened to the strength rocks? So now I'm actually really curious. I just started thinking, what are they going to do with strength rocks in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Are they going to go back to the kind of strength rocks we had in this? Or are they going to, like, completely redo the dungeons so that those strength rocks fit in them more? I don't know. I'm like, and to be fair, I was going to say I have never seen anyone mention that stuff, but I also don't watch any Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire videos. Like, I don't watch any speculation videos or anything because I'm just like, I'll just figure all this stuff out on my own. The only kind of channel I watch that I watch their videos that does, like, speculation videos, oh, you're gonna be annoying, is Game Explain, because I'm a big fan of Game Explain, and they have, like, knowledgeable people, and they just, I love their Super Smash Brothers videos that they've been doing recently. It's just fun to, like, speculate with them about what's gonna be in the new Smash Brothers. Oh, dude, wreck this Sharpedo! You are not gonna survive. We are +2. Bye-bye. So, yeah, but I'm curious, like, what, I'm sure they'll probably stick with the 6th generation rock designs for strength rocks, which they annoy me so much. Just the fact that they're just that big just annoy me so much. I don't know why it shouldn't annoy me that much. And here we go. For some reason, you're like, let's use the red orb on the blue type Pokemon. I want to know who thought it'd be a good idea to elect Archie and Maxie to the heads of their respective teams when they're absolute morons. Oh, I wasn't looking. Did Kyogre fly away too? No! Oh, I missed it. Oh, I want to see Kyogre fly away like Groudon flied away. I would have swore you were supposed to go to Setopolis before this point of game. So I'm really just, oh, does this mean what I, oh man, probably one of like the most iconic moments of my entire channel, way back in my Emerald Randomizer. We're going to be reliving that moment soon. I don't know what I'm going to do during that moment of the game. But for those of you who watched my Emerald Randomizer, you should know what moment I'm talking about. Which just, I think that was the moment when just my sarcastic side just came to, reached its peak. It, like, my sarcasm fully came out at its most when I managed to take this. I don't want to spoil it. You guys will see when we get there. For those of you who've never seen my Emerald Randomizer, you're probably like, what the heck is Hardy talking about? We have absolutely no idea, but I love it. I don't know. So many good memories of Emerald Randomizer, which, I would say Emerald Randomizer, which was my second series, was probably a lot better than my Blaze Black Nuzlocke, because in Blaze Black I was super unexperienced, and I wasn't really, I wouldn't say unexperienced because I'd been doing commentaries for a long time, but I wasn't good at them. I was really not very energetic. I was kind of monotone a lot, and I have no idea how to get to Setopolis. I just want to point that out. So I'm going to actually look at my map because I don't know where Setopolis is. We are way down here. We need to get way over here. Can there be someone that, like, can there just be, like, little buoys that point us towards Setopolis? Can that be a thing, maybe? Because, who's calling me? Hi, Hurdy. I just saw a Pacificlog a little while ago. I saw a giant green Pokemon flying high in the sky. I've never seen anything like it. I wonder what it was. It was obviously a Caterpie. Hello. Jeez, maid, you not know anything? I believe 127 is the route that we had, like, the failed tentacle on, so we can't actually catch Pokemon here. But we could have caught one on that lower row, and I just completely forgot to. I like how it's like this big dramatic music, and then you get in a battle, and the game's like, you know, it's just gonna be cheery again, have awesome music. So I think this is how we get to Setopolis. I'm gonna assume this is the route where Route 126. Did we already find someone here? I think this is the route between Mossdeep and Lily Cove, so we can't catch anybody here. And if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to get to Setopolis, guys. Don't be mad at me. So, ooh, we can catch Pokemon in the underwater. And at least we're going to catch one Pokemon in this video. I'm not going to completely mess up. So, progress. Clamperl, level 23. Not the best in the world. I will spore you, and... Ooh, we have Cookie we can use. Wow, you would wake up immediately. Oh man, I didn't think Cookie would be used at all. Now we're actually using him. This feels so awesome. Hopefully you'll just stay in the Great Ball. 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, we got the Clamp Pearl. Now we can continue on to Satopolis, and I'm definitely going to put on a Super Repel because I just know the Pokemon are probably going to be really annoying. Now that I don't want to encounter them, they're just going to go out of their way to drive me insane. So, anyways, I don't know if I should start a new topic because I believe Satopolis is right here. Yeah, okay. I'll wait. Sorry. We'll get to what I was going to say eventually, but Satopolis is obviously taking priority here. This is like the one point where I feel we actually should pay attention to the story. Look how epic this looks. I like how Groudon thinks that he stands a chance like now. Like, Groudon's like, ooh, I'm gonna take you on. This is gonna be my land. And Kyogre's like, bro, you're surrounded by water. Do you not see this? You got like this tiny little circle of land. I'm literally in a water, like, ocean. A water ocean, yes. You really think you guys mind if I was gonna just slip right through him. Apparently you're not allowed to do that. Groudon thinks he stands a chance right now, and that's just absolutely hilarious. Just, he doesn't stand a chance. And just spoilers, Groudon kind of sucks, but wait, who are we supposed to talk to? Where's Steven and the other dude? They're not by the gym. Are they over on this side? Oh, here you are, Steven. I was wondering where you went. This Pokemon fighting, Groudon and Kyogre, the two super ancient Pokemon that were awakened from a long sleep, and now they're smashing each other with their uncontrollable energy. Hurdy, being here now means I'll have to prepare to be involved in the crisis. Okay. Well, while he's taking us over there, I guess this is a chance to talk what I was going to. About a month ago, this is completely unrelated to Pokemon, by the way. It's just something I thought I could talk about. About a month ago, I actually stopped drinking soda. And, like, between that month ago and now, the only time I've had soda is one time when I had a Pepsi float. I normally would, it's supposed to be root beer float, but I'm not a big fan of root beer, so I had Pepsi instead. And I don't really know if that counts because it was, like, fused with ice cream. So I guess it's like, well, it wasn't real soda. But for the first time today, I was like, what the heck, I'll go have a soda. So I had a Dr. Pepper, and we could catch Pokemon here, by the way. And I kind of realized, like, drinking the Dr. Pepper, I'm going to encounter my Pokemon before we go down there. It was not very good. Like, I think I used to be addicted to soda. I would say, like, I drink way too much soda. It's basically, oh, I had a Repel on. Derp. I drink way too much soda. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to start drinking water. Which, there's a cap. There's a cap on that. GG, Hardy. Not even noticing there's a cap on that. And today's like the first time I've really drank soda. Maybe it's just a Dr. Pepper, but it wasn't very good. Like, I'm just like, what did I see that was so appealing in this again? And I'm sure I still love Mountain Dew. I haven't had it in such a long time. And maybe the next time I do have Mountain Dew, it'll just be like the greatest thing ever. Maybe it's just, my taste buds are like, yeah, no, Dr. Pepper, raw, get rid of it. Anyways, so this guy, Wallace, who, hey, wait, aren't you the gym leader? You're not? Oh, I thought you were the gym leader. I wonder who the gym leader could be. I wonder what Wallace is doing nowadays. That's actually a good question. Who is going to be the Elite Four member? Who's going to be the champion in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Is it going to be Skypillar? Skypillar? That's it. Must be. I wasn't even paying attention. Like, what is he asking us again? Is it going to be Steven or is it going to be Wallace? Because in a Heart Gold and Soul Silver, despite the fact they were Gold and Silver remakes, they more followed the story of Crystal, because you had the whole Suicune side story. And now I'm really curious of, like, is Wallace going to be the champion and have Steven be, like, the super mega boss again, like Red is in, like, Gold and Silver games? Or, oh, I gotta pick up Brick Break while I'm here. Never mind, I can't, because all the freaking doors are closed. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Guess this way. Or is Steven just gonna be the champion again? But you gotta think they gotta have like some kind of mega boss. Like Steven was the mega boss, and there really wasn't a mega boss in Ruby and Sapphire, was there? Unless I'm just forgetting somebody. Like, is there somebody I don't know about that was the Mega Boss? I feel like there wasn't, so... I don't know, but how far away is Sky Pillar? I kind of wish I would have gone to Pacific before, because then I could have just fished to it. I think Sky Pillar's right around here. We're gonna go... Alright, so we've got one on 120. Oh my god, this is 124. We could have caught one on 126. Man. Alright, so we have 128, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, Pacific Log, and Sky Pillar, and Evergrande City, and Victory Road. So we still have a ton of places we can go, and I know I still apparently have to go to Slateport and catch one there. I will probably... to be honest, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm going to try to save these encounters for later, because right now we need to focus on Rayquaza. Can I actually get here? Do I have to go all the way back around if I want to go? I do. Wow, why is this rock even here? That rock is just kind of an annoyance, to be honest. This whole route, I never really understood all the water routes. I don't know... Well, I guess... Yeah, I really don't know why they're like, let's have just 1,000,000 water routes in Hoenn. I bet kids would love that. I think, like, but... The amount of surfing was like one of the biggest complaints that people had about the Hoenn games, and it's really funny to think that the Hoenn games, like, were probably the least popular Pokemon games, because after, you know, when the Hoenn games were coming out, a lot of the original Pokemon players that, you know, they were growing up and losing interest in the kiddie games, Pokemon, and, you know, there probably wasn't as big of a fan base, you know, new fan base jumping in to play the games when Ruby and Sapphire came out. So these were kind of overlooked a lot by the Pokemon fan base. So, and now all of a sudden everyone's like, no, Ruby and Sapphire are the greatest ever. We need remakes because they're just so fantabulous. But when the games were originally out, nobody really seemed to think that way. But now everyone demands remakes. And honestly, like, as far as story goes, this is something I was thinking about actually earlier, is... I really wish that the main series Pokemon games had a story that was as good as the Mystery Dungeon games. Because the Mystery Dungeon games have such a... This isn't where I'm supposed to go. It has such a fantastic story. And it's such a shame that, like, the main series Pokemon games really don't have that much of a story. I mean, I would say that the Pokemon games didn't really get a really good story until Generation 5. And I know this is probably going to be controversial with some people, but I would say the Pokemon games didn't really have like a really good characterized villain until N came along. I think N was like the best villain, or I guess bad guy, even though in the end he turned out not to be a bad guy, that the Pokemon world has ever had. Like, he's the first one that really had a character. I mean, so far, like, every other generation's like, oh, we're going to destroy the world, or... Yeah, Team Rocket's like, we're going to take over the world because we're big and mean. And Team Magma and Team Aqua were like, we're going to completely destroy water because who needs the drink? And Team... What are you doing here? How did you beat me here? In my haste, they didn't notice that I left you... What do you mean? I left you behind. You were just... What? That was the smallest earthquake. That was like the quietest earthquake I've ever heard. Is this supposed to be an earthquake? These are like little tremors. Situation is getting worse. Okay, anyways, Team Aqua and Magma just, they hurt my brain. Team Galactic's like, we're just gonna completely destroy the world and build a new one. Just that makes sense. Team and then Team Galactic came along, and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna completely screw you guys over, and we're just gonna literally rule the new world, okay? And N, you know, Ed and Jettison, like the whole Sages thing, that's like the first time they ever gave them actual personalities. I mean, I guess Cyrus had a personality to a certain extent, but you didn't really feel attached to Cyrus or anything. You didn't really care about Cyrus. At least I didn't. And then in, you know, Generation 6, they kind of lost all that, but Pokemon has shown it could tell a really good story. I mean, I can't remember the last time I actually felt feels while playing a main series Pokemon games. In Explorers of the Sky, I mean, I almost freaking cried playing the Igglybuff story in Explorers of the Sky because it's just that emotional. But speaking of emotions and feels and all that stuff, guys, it's time to relive the most epic moment in Pokemon history. Let's go. God damn it, Kyogre, it's been 2 years and you still want to admit you took my donut. What are you talking about? It's my donut. I went to the store and bought it. No, I don't. Okay, children, shut up. I've been listening to you argue for 2.5 years, and I've had enough now, okay? It is my freaking donut. I own all of the donuts, for my name is Rusty. I am the Donut Prince. Even though I am a green dragon, and if you two don't shut up, you are going to regret it. This hasn't been nearly as epic. I don't know, He's really angry. See, now Rayquaza is mad at me. It wasn't the same. I'm sorry, I couldn't replicate it. It's too bad. I should have just played the audio. I should have just played the clip from my first Emerald randomizer instead, because that one was just so much better. For the record, this is it. That was like the peak of the entire game. It's like Rayquaza just comes down, like, you know what, let's just completely end this bullshit. And then such bullshit was ended. Like, that's it. That's literally the end of Team Agla and Aqua. That's the end of all the legendaries, except you can go battle Rayquaza again. That's the end of the story of Ruby and Sapphire. Game over. It's done. We don't need to become champion anymore. Like, literally, there's no more issues left in the world. That was it. Sorry if you were expecting more, but the game's over now. I just starting to realize, like, I just realized how anticlimactic that is. And even more anticlimactic, we're going to end this video by hatching our egg. So Clamperl is going to be turned into box number 8. Pokemon number 16. Have we done that one before? I have no idea. 8, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, we have not. Okay, that's good. I'm sorry, Cookie. You're probably... Well, you're just going to be back on the... Actually, you won't be back on the team for Waterfall because I've already filled up all your slots. I suppose I'll probably bring... Actually, I'll probably get rid of Dive and put on Waterfall instead, because we're never going to use Dive ever again. So anyways, Clamperl is going to hatch into... Shuppet. That's interesting. Okay, and Shuppet's name is going to be... Spook. Aw, that's a clever name. Spook. And finally, we have to go hatch our Zubat. I will level them up and show them at the end of the video, by the way. But Zubat is going to be turned into box number 1, Pokemon number 20. Okay, that's Loudred, sorry. Zubat, come here. I need to turn you into something else. Have we done 20 before? 18, 19, 20. Okay. So who is our final egg in the entire series going to be? Because remember, the game is totally over now. The story is just done. Sorry. It's not really over. There will be a video tomorrow. Assuming, unless we somehow just all our Pokemon spontaneously combust right now, there's more than likely going to be a video tomorrow. So, anyway, Zubat's going to hatch into Wurple. A Purple. Because it's a purple Wurple. Oh, please let its name be Purple. That would be the best thing ever. Its name is... Sophiria. Aw, that's not Purple. Next time I want to go hunt down a... I actually have to focus on how to spell this. Sophiria. I'm going to go hunt down a shiny Wurple and name it Purple now, because that's just the perfect name. Ooh, actually, what is it going to evolve into is the bigger question. So I will actually do this part on screen just to see what it evolves into. Our Purple, I love it, is going to evolve into, you can usually tell from the silhouette, I believe that is Silcoon, I think. Might be Cascoon. I think it's Silcoon. I can't tell, it's shiny. What is it? It's a Silcoon, okay. Normally you can tell because Cascoon is pink and Silcoon is white, but apparently when it's shiny the game's just like, nah. Anyways, I'll go level these up and we'll finish the video. So, I have one rare candy left, and that is that one rare candy that we picked up that I never used. So I've managed to use every single rare candy. I've ran out of rare candies now, like the ones I hacked into the game, right when Sophiria got to level 30, so it worked out perfectly. So by the next episode, we'll have a new batch of rare candies. Anyways, let's take a look at our Pokemon. Spook has Shadow Ball, Psychic, Calm Mind, T-Bolt, so pretty awesome moveset. And Sophiria, I just want to point out how shitty Beautifly's shiny sprite looks. It looks like normal Beautifly with just a purple hue added to it. It looks really crappy with Gust, Sunspore, Morning Sun, and Mega Drain, so not really that great. But that is going to do it for us today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button down below. I'm sorry I just completely ruined, like, the famous donut scene from my first Emerald Randomizer. Until then, I'm HardyTech Yo-Yo. Peace!